Thank you again, guys, for joining me at Temple of the East for another flip through and reveal of Cry Havoc Volume 5 this time. And this will be the last one in the series, as I only have 3 Cry Havocs here at the moment. So I hope you've enjoyed this series up to this point, and if I'm very lucky and fortunate to find more Cry Havocs in the future, then expect to have more of these very short style flip throughs of the magazines. So in this issue we have the regular format, we have the gaming aid, a set of cards, and then the main issue of Cry Havoc. Now the cards have some Ophidian models represented for hybrid, only one stat profile. I think maybe there was another one in the earlier issue because I've jumped one from 3 to 5, so maybe issue 4 had another set of Ophidian cards to play some of the models in there. I'm not really sure, but I know there are some fan-made lists that contain loads of if not all the profiles from hybrid in there. I think Board Game Geek has a list of those, so I'll need to go through those at some point and just check. But I know a lot of the races were covered in various issues. But again, it's cram-packed full of hybrid content again in this issue, which I'm really happy about. It's got a clone hunt, so you got like the old Scorpions versus new Scorpions, or like that sort of take on it. So it's basically 2 factions of the same type against each other. And we've got this campaign for hybrid as well, which does include Serum, which looks like a new Ophidian release. Maybe he was released in the previous issue, and now they're sort of showcasing him in different game systems. So they've got him in hybrid, and I'm thinking maybe he had a card in the last issue, and then they've got other sections where he's in confrontation in an incarnation scenario as well later in the book. But yeah, lots of great content here for hybrid, so I'm very happy about that, because that's a game system that I have miniatures for and can actually play and enjoy as a board game. And then the other contents sort of revolve around different things that are probably less useful for me, but interesting to read nonetheless. And as that comes to a close, we can have a look at the main issue now. We're greeted with the editorial with an incredible landscape of miniatures. It looks like a Ragnarok battle scene there. The editorial forward, and then some previews of what's going to come up in July and August. And of course, this came with the release of a hardcover 3rd edition Confrontation book, which this is where I think a lot of people jumped in on Confrontation, as all the rules are compiled into one single edition rather than being spread out in these little tiny booklets, which is a great idea for the blisters, but it just made playing the game quite difficult unless you had all those little booklets. I had a really interesting modelling article looking at how to make a Torii gate in this issue, which I thought was a great one, how to bend balsa wood and that kind of thing. Also had a 3rd edition Confrontation battle report between the Droons and the Symbol Elves, so that was quite an interesting one. I'll have to read through that myself, as I have no memories of reading that particular battle report, but it'll be interesting to see how those 2 factions played out, because the symbols are probably an interesting one. I do actually have an army of symbols, but the painting of it and the actual army itself just really didn't overly appeal to me at the time, so I'd like to have a crack at them again. They're really quite difficult to paint, given the detail on the armor and that kind of thing. The colors as well they use, these really soft pastel hues, are really not easy to paint, but they look really quite nice actually. Now they go through the universes and some of the characters, like Isabeau the Secret from Cadwallon, and the Sinwall faction is sort of highlighted here in the universe section. They go through some orcs, the Mid-Nor, and the Celts as well. And but for the rest of the book, guys, look, just sit back and relax and enjoy me flipping through the pages, and you'll be treated at the end with the Paris Open, the 4th Paris Open, with a painting competition. So, as we come to a close on Volume 5 of Cry Havoc, I want to thank you guys for watching these videos, supporting the channel, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.